Is it on? It's on. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I'm going to have you rise again, sorry, for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Now I'm going to welcome everyone. So hi, I'm Sarah Butterfield. I'm honored to welcome family, friends, administrators, and teachers to the Buhs graduation ceremony for the class of 2021. I'm so nervous. My pulse is going crazy. Tonight we come together to celebrate 4 years at Buhs. Like many of you, I have looked forward to this event since I was a 5-year-old kindergarten student at Vernon Elementary School. Right now, I'm filled with pride. While I'm proud of my own accomplishments, I'm also proud of my classmates who have completed high school despite the challenges of the global pandemic. This class of graduates has completed the entirety of senior year in a world of Zoom, social distance, and masks. We have heard teachers remind us countless times to turn our cameras on, and we are all experienced at reminding our teachers that they are muted. Our faculty and staff have turned their time-honored teaching methods upside down in order to provide us with our education. Thank you, teachers. Parents and guardians. Yes. Yay, teachers. Parents and guardians, since last March, you have comforted us in the face of uncertainty, canceled events, and you have helped us navigate the disconnection from our peers and our outside worlds. Families have supported us as we've made really big plans for our futures after high school. We are grateful that you have been there for us. And lastly, a realization I have come to is that the camaraderie I feel towards the class of 2021 extends well beyond those who I've considered my friends. As restrictions have loosened and we have been in school more often, I find myself drawn to be with the Buhs community despite having off-campus privileges. Looking at all of you right now, I realize how much I have loved high school and how much I have loved being in high school with you. I am thrilled to welcome you to the graduation ceremony for the BUHS class of 2021.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alex Shriver, and I am the class of 2021's Salutatorian. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our school staff for putting together this joyous celebration. And for their dedication over the last 4 years, I would also like to thank you, administration. Thank you, teachers, for always believing in us and giving us the tools to succeed in life. And a big personal thank you to my family, my mom, dad, sister, and my best friends for always supporting me. And thank you to all of you for coming to celebrate the last 4 years of the class of 2021's high school. School wasn't always easy for me, and I'm sure it wasn't always easy for some of you either. But today is a big deal. We made it, and we're standing before all of you on the doorstep of the next stage of our lives. That being said, you might not believe what I'm about to confess. And while it might not be a typical thing to hear in a graduation speech, I think you'll soon come to empathize with its sentiment. I really did not want to give this speech. I really didn't want to. Yet here I am, very glad to be speaking. As I'm giving this speech right now, I'm nervous. I have been apprehensive waiting for this moment to come, and I'm sure after this I will be even more sweaty than I was at the 90-degree track meet I competed in last month. Before I started writing this speech, I knew all these things would be true. Stressing about the possibility of my failure, stressing about my nerves, stressing about my fear so much that it became a menacing presence. I'd worked myself into a stressed-out mess on a day I wanted to be stress-free. A stress-free graduation would have been wonderful. So why did I do this to myself? Well, let me tell you why. A little over a month ago, we all got an email subjected, "Please read, submission information for graduation speakers." There was no more pushing off the idea of speaking at graduation. I had to decide, do I want to give a speech or do I not want to give a speech? I convinced myself I didn't want to. I felt stress and anxiety, things we all struggle with, which drove me away from submitting a speech. With the fear of failure looming over any thought of a graduation speech, I was just searching for any excuses not to write one. I checked in with a friend who I knew could give a great speech, but she said, "No, I'm not going to." There went one excuse. I thought I'd likely be far too busy to write a speech, but my schedule was nothing out of the ordinary for any high school senior in May. There's another excuse I couldn't use. For the rest of the time leading up to the deadline, I held firm to my best excuse, a get-out-of-jail-free card. I couldn't unearth anything meaningful to say, and a graduation speech is supposed to be meaningful. So I went on, nearing the deadline for submission, Xing off the days of my calendar. But with every stroke of my pen on my calendar, my confliction deepened. So I went to my mom the day before the deadline because I just knew she'd support my get-out-of-jail-free card I was so attached to. I explained the reason for my confliction, but as I attempted to justify my cowardice, I had an epiphany, or maybe more of just a lingering thought. Would a future me look back on this decision with regret and disappointment? I reflected on high school, and I thought of the pride I have always held when I've taken leaps of faith in the past. The experiences which have shaped my growth, personality, and skills today have rarely ever come easy. Never has something that's changed my life been smooth or comfortable. Those moments in my life, those choices, I always struggled with them. Yet each time I did overcome my fear, I was glad I did it. So why was I dodging the opportunity to speak at my high school graduation? A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Now, my mom never got a word out before I realized something. I had just inadvertently shredded my get-out-of-jail-free card. I really did have something meaningful to say. My high school experience was defined by pushing myself out of my comfort zone. After all, fear is temporary, but regret is forever. How could I end my high school career and not follow the path that had distinguished it? So I got to work. I decided to give this speech for the same reason we all successfully graduated, and for the same reason we will all continue to achieve. We are sitting on this field today far different people than we were 4 years ago. This growth is in great part due to taking chances. When we tried out for sports and exposed ourselves to the judgment of coaches, we pushed through adversity, learned how to work hard, and ended up on teams where we made new friends. When we decided to take new, hard, or different classes, we were diving into unknown waters, where learning was uncomfortable at first. We learned a lot, discovered interests, and made new friends. Heck, even when we decided to sit at certain lunch tables filled with fresh faces, we were pushing our comfort levels to open up to different crowds. The easy way out might have been not graduating, submitting to the juggernaut combo of life's speed bumps and a global pandemic. But instead, we all took life on and dared it to stop us. In doing so, we ended up here today, graduating. And even more than that, our triumph over adversity is what has made us who we are today. We are examples of how humans advance endlessly, pushing through challenges every single day. One example of our incredible capability to overcome struggle and fear is the story of Tesla Motors. The history of electric cars has been a bumpy one. Convincing the public to switch to electric cars was never feasible, considering the ones being produced before Tesla couldn't muster mileage ranges in the triple digits, couldn't go faster than 60 miles per hour, and were far too expensive. Many companies tried and failed to tap this market. Eventually came a company called Tesla, one which had little success and a history of a difficult industry. Of course, the never-satisfied Elon Musk stepped in. He challenged the fear of other investors by supporting the endeavor. Even when Tesla's first car was a relative failure and their founders resigned, Musk still acted boldly. He believed in the vision of Tesla, so he rejected the obvious fear of a failing company. He took over as CEO of Tesla Motors and did what most thought was impossible. Today, Tesla's electric cars are a viable option for many consumers. Musk didn't let the obvious challenges of the electric car industry dictate his actions. Kinda like how I didn't let my inhibitions prevent me from giving this speech. Although I will say there's quite a bit less money involved in my scenario. I won't tell you how much, but there's a lot of digits in Elon's net worth for a reason. He took chances. They might have been bigger chances than the ones I took, but a challenge is a challenge. Now we are all taking on what is quite possibly our greatest challenge yet. We've lived our lives with our parents, built friendship bubbles to protect us from harm, and grown relatively comfortable with our high school lives. We've had to stay out of school and pass up opportunities because of COVID risks. Yet, we challenged ourselves to graduate. We pushed through many fears of failure and transformed into adults. Now the world is opening back up, and with that comes so many more opportunities and challenges, some of which didn't even exist before the March of 2020. We are leaving our bubbles for a new world. Some of us are going to colleges around the globe, where we will live on our own for the first time. Some of us are pursuing careers, learning to make our own living. Some of us are starting apprenticeships. Some of us are entering the military. While few of us are on the same road, all of us will overcome the speed bumps ahead. I'm afraid of what's next. I can't imagine I'm alone in that. We all can decide to break through that fear. The more we let it control us, the harder it will be. Because really, I'm not as much of a nervic wreck as I said earlier. I thought I would be, because my nerves told me so, but I didn't let that fear control me. We are capable of anything so long as we dare to try. We can all challenge ourselves, persevere through hardship, and leave behind the memorable, cushy comforts of high school. Fear is temporary, but regret is forever. In the words of Helen Keller, character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, ambition inspired, and success achieved. The world awaits us, and the trials will stand in our way. I say, let them come. We fought through a global pandemic to stay safe and graduate high school. We can handle whatever comes. We got this, class of 2021. Congratulations.
You can never know what it's like. Your blood like the winter freezes just like ice. There's a cold, lonely light that shines from you. You'll wind up like the wreck you hide behind that mask you use. Did you think this fool could ever win? Well, look at me, I'm coming back again. I got a taste of love in a simple way. And if you need to know, well, I'm still standing. You just fade away. And don't you know, I'm still standing better than I ever did. I'm looking like a true survivor. I'm feeling like a little kid. Still standing after all this time. I'm picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Once I never could hope to win. I'm starting down the road, leaving me again. The threats you made were meant to cut me down. And if our love was just a circus, you'd be a clown by now. And don't you know, I'm still standing better than I ever did. I'm looking like a true survivor. I'm feeling like a little kid. Still standing after all this time. I'm picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 Yeah, 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 yeah.
Good evening. I was so anxious about giving this speech that I decided to follow in my mentor's footsteps, Sia, and wear a wig to hide myself from the crowd. But I was so anxious about doing that I asked 47 people if I should wear it or not. I got mixed responses. So here I am today, Sia wig not on my head, and I don't know what to do. So I ask you today, Sia wig or no Sia wig? 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 Okay. Excuse me for just a moment while I put on the wig. Oh my goodness. Excellent, thank you. Okay. Okay, let's get started. I'm Maxine Lavity, and I am the class of 2021 valedictorian. Webster's Dictionary defines a bad speech as using Webster's Dictionary at the beginning of a speech. So I won't be doing that. Mission accomplished. First, I would like to say to all the parents and guardians, on behalf of all my classmates and myself, thanks for having us, literally. Thanks for giving birth to us, feeding, clothing, and housing us, playing, teaching, and guiding us, and most of all, for loving us. To the administration and staff, thank you for choosing an occupation that requires, at its core, that you spend your lives helping others. Clearly, you did not choose these professions due to the glory or the fame, so thank you. And I have, clapping. I have some additional thanks to people that are probably making their first appearance in a graduation speech. Thank you to first responders, scientists, vaccine developers, and all of the essential workers that kept working when all of us were hiding in our bedrooms. I would also like to acknowledge all of the technologies available to us that allowed us to continue our education and continue our friendships. I can't imagine how much worse it would have been if we had nothing to distract us from the fact that anyone who coughed around us was trying to kill us. These were the things that allowed us to keep our sanity. All right, I'm ready to face my fears. Mr. Perrin, you can have your wig back now. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. You might be wondering why I'm up here today. The only reason is that I love getting good grades. That's what motivates me. But some of my classmates love building, engineering, creating, performing, fixing things, and problem solving. All of these pursuits are valuable. I don't know about any of these things. If my car breaks down, I will be stuck in that car forever. The only thing I do know is that many of those people that are learning those skills will be financially independent in 5 years' time, while people like me will be dwelling on more exams and contemplating faking our own deaths to evade our student debt. And now for the part where I inspire you. At one point, maybe it's already happened or will happen next week, or if you're lucky, today, someone or many someones will ask you what you are going to do, be, or study. I'd like to take this moment to remind you that we are mostly 18-year-olds. We don't need to know all of the answers. In fact, we should just be starting to form the questions that we'll spend our lifetimes answering. So there is no rush. And when someone asks you what you are going to be, say, curious, excited, or involved. Or say, I don't know. I don't know when I'll know. Please stop asking me. Or you could say, ask me in 10 years, because that's when I hope to know. All of our paths are valid and worthwhile, and if this past year has proven anything, it's that we all matter and are needed. The typical graduation speech talks about leaving here and achieving our greatest dreams, but the last year and a half have taught us to be a little more realistic and a little more grounded. It has taught us that to get up every day and face every challenge as it comes is a pretty big accomplishment. It has proven that we can figure it out. Lofty goals like becoming famous or curing cancer are fine if you want to pursue those. But what I have realized during the pandemic is that to aim to be kind, compassionate, curious, and caring is a lofty enough goal for me. And now for the interactive portion of the evening. Just as a fact check for my classmates, I'm going to ask the parents and guardians a few questions. By a show of hands, how many of you knew exactly what you were doing when you were 18? Okay. And how many of you think it's okay for your graduates to not know what they are doing right now? And finally, how many of you will continue to love your graduates no matter what they choose to pursue? My gift to all of you is that a pro tip on speeches is to make them short, so you're welcome.
See a wig, yes or no? I don't even know where to put this thing on. Ms. Margaitis, can you help me out? Is there a door?
You've got to know Sia. Tabia.
Wow. For those of you that are the same age as me, I feel like Twisted Sister right now. I would like to thank Sarah, Alex, and Maxine for the thoughts and wigs they just shared with us. Welcome to parents, siblings, extended family members, staff, and members, most of all, of the BUHS class of 2021 to this special graduation ceremony. I would also like to express our appreciation and commend the maintenance and custodial staff for all the work and effort that goes into setting up for this graduation ceremony. Before we proceed further into the evening, though, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge some losses that our school community has suffered this year. Last fall, BUHS Latin teacher Elizabeth Levock passed away unexpectedly. Liz was a longtime advocate for Latin at BUHS and was also part of our summer intensive services program. We also lost Tom Yan. Tom Yan was our dual credit coordinator and responsible for many of our dual credit courses that our students have taken. His passion for finding ways for all high school students to access college courses, regardless of income or history, was inspiring for all of us. And his pioneering work in this area led to the creation of the statewide dual credit program that all Vermont juniors and seniors enjoy today. Finally, I'd like to mark the passing of Susan Sweeney, our Wyndham Regional Career Center culinary program paraprofessional, who's passed away as well. Susan enjoyed cooking and enjoyed sharing her love of cooking even more. Please join me in a moment of silence to remember these staff members. Thank you. Tonight's ceremony is very special. It commemorates more than just a high school graduation, which is pretty special. For the graduates assembled here, it also stands as a testament to their resilience and to their perseverance. Since last March, this class has adapted to complete remote learning and then to learning in hybrid models. These graduates have learned new ways to connect with each other and found new ways to advocate for themselves and for their friends. They've taken care of themselves, their younger siblings, sometimes their guardians, and also their friends as the weight and isolation of the pandemic settled in. When these seniors returned to school, they wore masks, followed one-way hallways and staircases, and used countless gallons of hand sanitizer. Through it all, they played 3 seasons of sports, won a state championship in boys ice hockey, and achieved individual honors in cross-country, Nordic skiing, and track and field as well. The class of 2021 took part in school clubs, helping to resurrect them at BUHS. Completed a truly bizarre college application process where you accepted a college without seeing it, put on a musical, advocated for equity issues, and did it all with grace, style, and humor. This is a class that has been tested and shown they can rise above adversity. Please join me in honoring the class for this singular achievement. They are special ones, aren't they? So, while this graduation exercise is the culmination of 4 years of secondary education for all of these young adults seated in front of me, tradition and new awards require that we also recognize a number of individual members of the class of 2021. I would like to now officially recognize 2 awards for 2021. First, the Jen Murphy Scholarship. This spring, we are giving away 6 Jen Murphy Scholarships to 6 amazing Brattleboro Union High School seniors. 3 scholarships of $500, 2 of $1,000, and 1 $10,000 scholarship. Talented BUHS students that are excelling in extracurricular activities, maintaining good grades, and living in the spirit of Jen Murphy. Jen poured her heart into her chosen extracurricular activities while maintaining her grades and staying on the honor roll. Jen was also a civic-minded humanitarian and was an active member of several groups, including Amnesty International, Animal Rights, and Students for Global Concerns. The recipients of this award fulfill and emulate the same energy and spirit of Jen. I'm honored to announce the following students are the recipients of the Jen Murphy Scholarship: Rosalena Victoria Kerrigan, Lydia Hazard Leal, Sarah Butterfield, Jonah Bingham, Lucy Parks, and Natalie Hendrick. Please come forward. Our other new award this evening is the BUHS Athletic Unified Scholarship. The Unified Scholarship awards graduating seniors who exemplified the unified model, a dedication to social inclusion, skills sharing, and joy of competition and playing together. Inclusion involves all members of our community. At BUHS, this means that our unified sports program is growing and continuing to adapt and change. This evening, I am proud to honor Trevor Tebow and Greg Fitzgerald. On to the other awards. The BUHS Alumni Association Awards. The Natalie Alexander Wellman Scholarship was named in honor of Natalie Wellman, a BHS class of 1945 member and a longtime Alumni Board of Director member whose kindness and school spirit touched us all. The Natalie Alexander Wellman Scholarships are awarded to Natalie Hendricks and Amelia Harrison. The John J. Oziwiak Jr. Career Center Scholarship is named for BUHS graduate John Oziwiak, class of 1958, and a former board president. He was in the process of establishing a scholarship for a graduate who wanted to study a vocational trade when he unexpectedly passed away. We honor John with this scholarship as he worked tirelessly to support those who have a passion for a technical field of study. This award this year is presented to Keegan Allenbear.
Good evening. Congratulations, class of 2021. Colonel William Osteen was a veteran who retired to Brattleboro in 1862. In addition to these scholarships, he gave the money to establish the Osteen School. The Osteen Prizes are presented to the 4 best scholars of the graduating class. The 4 recipients of the 2021 Osteen Awards are Maxine Lavity, Alexander Shriver, Ella Aquadro, and Hazel Kinnersley. The Arthur J. Monroe Cup is given by the class of 1901 to a student who, having maintained good scholastic rank, has participated successfully in at least 2 major sports. I'm happy to present the Arthur J. Monroe Cup to Nolan Holmes. The Harold Wagner Memorial Award is presented by the class of 1925 to a student from Brattleboro Union High School who, through perseverance, has developed confidence and efficiency in any field whatsoever and is deserving because of untiring effort and work in overcoming hardships. The Harold Wagner Memorial Award goes to Tessa Ellis. The Dietrich Stolte Memorial Cup, given by the class of 1929, is awarded to the graduates who have taken part in athletics and have won the respect and esteem of all with whom they have come in contact with through their faithfulness, loyalty, and cooperation in sports for the interests of the school. I am happy to present the Dietrich Stolte Memorial Cup to Gavin Howard and Brianna Paul.
Good evening. Congratulations. The next award is the Lieutenant Colonel George M. Brutzis Award. These two awards are in honor of Lieutenant Colonel George M. Brutzis, star quarterback, class of 1937, and Dico Brutzis, valedictorian, class of 1942. The awards will be presented to a male and female student who excel in both athletics and academics. The award recipients are Hazel Wagner and Nolan Holmes. Next are the Lundberg Prizes. This award is given to two students in the graduating class having the highest standing for 4 years. This is in memory of his father-in-law, Gustav Theodor Lundberg, and his sister-in-law, Emma Sophia Lundberg. The recipients are Maxine Lavity, Alexander Schreiber.
Good evening. I'm Ann Beekman, Vice Chair of the Wyndham Southeast School Board. Congratulations to the class of 2021. You really are still standing. The class of 2021 School Directors Award is presented this year to a graduate who has exemplified community service and school involvement in all 4 years of their high school experience. This student has been an active athlete and has also taken on roles in the STEM Academy, Student Council, athletic leadership, and other groups. As a 9th grader, this student was in part of the inaugural YATS course, which helped shape the direction that proficiency-based education and reporting has taken here at BUHS. This recipient is upbeat, positive, and will continue to excel after graduation. All of us at BUHS are eager to see what the future holds for this remarkable person. On behalf of the WESD School Board and the BUHS community, I am proud to award the School Directors Award to Sarah Butterfield.
Do I have them? The Principal's Award is given to a female student for average or above average scholarship, faithful persistence, and improvements in athletic, loyalty and cooperation in sports, and holding above all the interests of her school. This is the female counterpart of the Monroe Cup. And this year, the Principal's Trophy is presented to Natalie Hendricks. Are you guys ready? Mr. Skarzinski, Mr. Day, Ms. Margaitis, and Ms. Beekman. I certify that these students have met the requirements for graduation as stipulated by the Brattleboro Union High School Board of Directors and the state of Vermont, and I recommend they be awarded their diplomas as their names are read. Ms. Heather Cohen and Ms. Ashley Netto, class advisors, will read the names. Myself, Mr. Skarzinski, Mr. Day, and Ms. Margaitis will present the diplomas.
Kaylin Marie Bailey with honors. Clara Fagley. Maya Bailey with honors. Claire Canis Rossi with honors. Emily Rose Bacon. Nora Laguirre. Ella Aquadro with honors and a VPA graduate. Emmeline Lucina Stewart with honors. Benjamin Kowalski. Katrina Jarvis with honors. Nicholas Andrew Lawrence. Alex Kendall. Elijah Isham. Alex Cruz. Jordan Allen Warner with honors. Lucas Paul DeLubac. Gregory S. Fitzgerald with honors. Trinley Warren.
Gavin Sapella. Andrew Flood with honors. Kobe Mager with honors. Nicholas Bingham with honors. Hang on. Sorry. Caden Wood. Jake Gilbo. Joshua S. Roy. Ben Lane. Abigail L. Squires. Katie Inman. Trevor Tebow. Aiden Thomas. Caleb LaPointe. Kirsten Jacobs. Ella Sebi. Kira Alexis Noble with honors. Natalie Hendricks with honors. Jillian I. Mahone. Amelia Rose Harrison with honors. Madison Ray Johnson with honors.
Hannah Chino with honors. Abigail Brown with honors. Katrina Tao with honors. Gabriel Joseph Packard. Austin Haskins. McKenna Severance. Lauren Wolf Stockwell with honors. Benjamin Roy Diamondstone with honors. Alex Favreau with honors. Lucy Parks with honors. Henry T. Thurber with honors. Riley A. Peel with honors. Skylar Allen Plum with Career Center honors. Waylon Rhodes Lynn Adams with honors. Alexander Maima. Taylor Shoestock. Miranda Beatty, with honors. Nina E. Beliveau, with honors. Max Lamp, with honors. Samuel Floyd Poore, with honors.
Sarah Ann Butterfield, with honors and with Career Center honors and a STEM Academy graduate. Marley Eileen Hathaway, with honors. Hazel Wagner, with honors. Casey Conkling, with honors. Alina Seacrest, with honors. Sierra Elizabeth O'Hearn, with honors. Jaden Conkling, with honors. Rosalina Kergnan, with honors. Tessa Marie Ellis, with honors. Lacey Sharon Slade, with honors. Abraham Moore Odell, with honors. Eric Lynn, with honors. Miles Anton, with honors. Caleb Andrew Ollis. Austin Wood. Spencer Lawrence, with honors and with Career Center honors. Ryan Gerard. Gavin G. Howard. Ernesto Victor Antonucci, with honors. Mason Ford, with honors.
Alexa Elizabeth Kinley. Caitlin Robinson, with honors. Lydia H. Hazard Leal, with honors. Ian LeBounty, with honors. Gabriel James Hayden. Gabrielle Marie Chisamore, with honors. Jill Momini. Sam Kusanen, with honors. Haley Ann Mills. Caroline Allison Naylor, with honors. Keegan Scott Allenbear, with honors. Alex Rodney Lear, with honors and with Career Center honors. Brianna Nicole Paul, with honors. Samantha Mills, with honors and with Career Center honors, and a VPA graduate. Freddie Leary, with honors and a VPA graduate. Hazel Kinnersley, with honors and a VPA graduate. Sloan Wise, with honors and with Career Center honors. Ruby Stone, with honors and a VPA graduate. Maxine Lavity, with honors and an ISA graduate. Iva Armour Jones, with honors.
Fiona Goodman, with honors. Courtney Lynn Dunham, with honors. Belize Pacheco Lewis. David Scott Jr., with honors. Emma Baker. Austin B. Willard, with honors and with Career Center honors. Tyler J. Varaguth. Owen F. Sullivan III. Second?
It's Malo.
Robert Wayne Malo III. James Alexa. Nikolai Keniston. Joseph Brown, with honors. Tabish Nabil, with honors and with Career Center honors. Claire Holmes, with honors. Owen Bailey, with honors. Alexander John Shriver, with honors and with Career Center honors. Sam Friedis Egan, with honors. Jonah Bingham, with honors and with Career Center honors. Nolan Holmes, with honors. Anthony Franceschetti, with honors.
Maggie Isabel Fraser Olson, with honors. September Blue Edgigal. Siobhan Devlin, with honors and with Career Center honors and a STEM Academy graduate. Dovana Jade Cadron. Adriana Lynn Howard. Tristan Leo Cadron. Ariana Lazelle. Kiera Mackenzie Hogue. Zachary Thomas with honors. Zebulon Fortune. Emily Rose Thayer. Liliana Bittner with honors. Robert Williams Rocco with honors. Nicholas Stratton with honors. Wyona Joan Marie Powell. Cheyenne Jeanette Muncy. Ashley R.F. Haskins with honors. Terry St. John Jr. John W. Therio with honors. Rami Abdallah with honors.
Sydney Beasley. Alexis Mary Joan Elizabeth Mallory with honors. Charles Raymond. Billy Galdamez Jr. with honors. Matthew Robert Peruse with honors. Deja Chase. Adam Benjamin Chard with honors. Those graduating in absentia: Joshua Gentile, Jed Jasper Frost, Lacey Chandler, Yared Cappy Goldfarb, Samuel Andrew Kepkara with honors, Elijah Brow with honors and with Career Center honors, Marie Bailey, Kimberly M.T. Amadon with honors, Austin Jobin with honors, Nevada Kohler, Deacon Frost Lancy, Gage Lathy with honors, Tabitha Marie Loomis, Jaquan Anoa, John Michael McManus with honors, William Richard Reno, Wyatt Gray Rosinski with honors, and William Ryan.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present you with the Brattleboro Union High School class of 2021.